Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And tough going there, as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks. It's going to be looking at the offensive line. It's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A fake there on the jet sweep as it's Fields off play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Fields. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Tracy. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. The try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Second and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. He finds his man complete. It's Oliver. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Eagles at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he's going to go down again. Kayvon Thibodeau drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Right back to Tracy. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Fields sliding out of the pocket. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. A short throw there, pulled in by all. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing is Hurts. It's brought in by Wilson. 25 yards that time.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final seconds of the 1st half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Fields. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Pitch and catch to Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end? Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back. Before the game, he told me, I have a zinger or two today. And a zinger or two. I guess that's a zinger, right? That's a zinger. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Fields now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
Back to throw. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Breaks through the contact. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Again, it's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And it's the right side here, complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll hand it to Tracy. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Third and 3. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. Had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is intercepted. And that now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This is 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
They're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Second down, goal to go. Hurts. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So there is still time. A little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Giants, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back.